Hello everyone and welcome to my very first crypto Twitter space. Today's space will I be talking about artificial intelligence and NFTs, crypto and blockchain development. With that, I want to say that today's topic will be mostly about the influence of artificial intelligence on the entirety of the crypto and blockchain industry. Now, this is a very interesting topic to tackle, so I hope plenty of people will be joining me here during this talk. Anyway, seeing it. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we are back. So apologies, guys. Seemed there was a little bit of a technical issue with Twitter doing a bit weird. So there was concerns. Yeah, I was doing the introduction talk here. So let us begin very concisely. What are NFTs and its relationship towards AI or artificial intelligence? Now, first, NFTs. Probably plenty of people know what it is in the crypto Twitter space, but it is shorthand for um, non-fungible tokens. What is it? Well, you have to see it as pieces of data. It can be images, it can be text, it can be entire software programs, more on that later, being minted on a blockchain, meaning they are being tokenized and can be freely traded just like cryptocurrency. Now, what is AI? Well, it is artificial intelligence, meaning those are programs trying to imitate human behaviors, a certain intelligence, let's say, and there exists a variety of artificial intelligence use cases. Most popular one currently is ChatGPT. It came to popularity in the last couple of months as being a very advanced chatbot and as if you are talking to a real human person. Other artificial intelligence applications are currently being used mostly in the NFT space for the creation of a variety of images. I can't remember the name. I know there's on Discord a specific program which allows you to, by making use of a variety of keywords, to draw a variety of images. It's not only limited towards Discord, it can be used on Telegram as well, and a variety of websites do offer these bots. Now, what does it all have to do with blockchain and cryptocurrency? Well, a lot more than people might think. Now, for that, I'm going to focus on the aspect of NFTs or non-fungible tokens. Now, NFTs became very popular during the last bull run from 2021 to 2022. Even before that, was there a certain hype where it concerns NFTs. And NFTs in itself became popular through crypto art. A lot of artists started drawing, digitizing their works and saving them on a variety of blockchains, blockchains such as Ethereum, Solana, Ravencoin, or made very own dedicated blockchains which were geared towards the use of NFTs. Now, NFTs and artificial intelligence, well, as mentioned before, there exist a variety of artificial intelligence programs which can do plenty of work for you. I mentioned it earlier, there exists an artificial intelligence program currently on Discord which allows to create digital art based on a variety of keywords and a few parameters. For example, if you type in draw, for example, what I'm going to say, bear, hyper-realistic, Van Gogh style, or something like that, that image based on those parameters can draw you a bear as if Van Gogh did it. It's a very stupid example, but it shows you the capabilities of AI. Now, drawing back towards NFTs and seeing the amount of different collections which exist, and really I'm talking about here Bored Ape Yacht Club, things like the CryptoPunks, etc. What we see here with those NFTs, those are generated images. There's one artist taking the same template and manually changing a few aspects and creating them as collectibles, as NFT collectibles. Now, what you can do is artificial intelligence doing the job for you. As I said, typing in a few keywords, generating an image, and you can tell the artificial intelligence to say, okay, make few variations. The Discord bot, of which I have forgotten the name currently and I forgot to write it down, can already do so. It has a variety of functions whereby it can do a variable saying, look, I'm taking of the 4 proposed images, I'm going to take one and make a variation of it. It's going to highlight a certain aspect of the image, like the background, or an additional character in the foreground, making it more detailed, etc., etc. So there's plenty of iterations that can be used. All of those images stand on their own and can still be made as NFTs. So at that point, artificial intelligence is being used to mass create a great amount of supposed art, I'm going to say. Now, what makes art is one of the questions that should arise. Um, to me, art still needs a human factor. And you might say, yeah, but it's the human still choosing. Is the person behind it, the artist behind it, still putting in the keywords? But to me, art goes a lot further. Now, that's naturally everything limited towards artificial intelligence and the creation of plain and simple crypto art in the form of NFTs. However, where I want to deep dive more has to do with a little tweet that I saw from uh, Jake from Renewablox, also one of the guys active in the Ravencoin community, whereby he mentioned that there is a transition of NFTs being mere crypto art towards that of programs and databases. And it is something that I mentioned in the introduction. I said NFTs, there's plenty of potential, and we will see a transition from mere crypto art towards the use of, well, entire programs being minted on the blockchain for specific uses. And on that, I want to pick in. You can start using artificial intelligence programs or even databases and mint them on a suitable blockchain. You can use these programs for a variety of aspects. Naturally, one of the very first questions will be, how do I mint such a program on a blockchain? What are the specifics? And in itself, it is quite easy to do. It is the same as minting a simple NFT crypto art on whatever blockchain. Most important aspect is going to be that of size of the file you're trying to mint. A variety of NFT exchanges have limitations towards the amount that you can upload. Plenty of NFT exchanges work through the principle of we are going to save the image or the art itself. Doesn't matter, audio file, a simple visual, or even audio plus, well, a video file in general. We're going to upload it on a central server, and we are going to mint the address referring towards that server on the blockchain, meaning that the blockchain isn't going to be, well, as heavy, well, as data heavy, and that it's a simple piece of text that is being related. The same can be done with entire programs, that there is a central server somewhere whereby all the programs are being saved, and a little link towards the and supposedly NFT, sorry, a supposed link is being saved and minted on the blockchain, which makes it to an addition of another program, makes it simple NFT. However, it can be done fully decentralized, by reason there exists a variety of Web3 services such as Filecoin and SIA Network, which allow you to store great data files on a blockchain. How do they work? Well, the general principle in my CryptoBull episodes, I have done a rundown of Filecoin and SIA Network. So, major principle of these networks is quite simple. You upload your data towards the network, and that data is actually cut down in various smaller parts and are distributed alongside a variety of nodes of that network, entirely encrypted, so that the people who are renting out their disk space do not have access to the files, but neither are the files being compromised themselves. And it is only when those files are asked up that a variety of copies are interlinked and drawn back towards, well, the user. That's more or less how Filecoin and SIA Network work, and how it allows for data heavy programs such as artificial intelligence, which makes use of, well, plenty of data servers, because you need quite a lot of simulations and quite a lot of data for them to function properly, how those data can be saved in a decentralized way. And we'll be seeing this, I assume, I'm pretty sure of it, we'll see such a transition towards AI, or artificially intelligent powered programs, being minted on a variety of blockchains. It can be Ethereum, it can be most likely Ravencoin, it can be Solana, it can be Cardano, etc., etc. This was little principle on how such data heavy programs can be minted in a decentralized way. So with that, I want to say it is possible to have artificial intelligent programs being saved on blockchain in a fully decentralized way. Now, I want to dig a little deeper in the implications of artificial intelligence into the crypto and blockchain development. There are quite a few implications. Now, quite a few people of you know that I'm involved with the adult content creator blockchain-based platform Cumrocket. I know that's a mouthful that I'm telling here. Now, basically, Cumrocket isn't really a meme coin. What these guys are trying to establish is being the Web3 version of OnlyFans with subscriptions, etc., and erotic content. I became involved with them after doing a CryptoBull episode, and was actually convinced about the idea behind it myself. I don't watch all too much porn, and I know a few of you will probably be laughing at that statement. But anyway, the implications for that one has to do with simulation of people. Now, what I'm trying to get at here, I'm going to refer towards the real world as we know it, and from past experiences and things you can already see happening on social media outside crypto and outside blockchain. And that is people impersonating others. For example, for any celebrity you know and you are following on Twitter, you will probably have seen in your entire social media career that there exists plenty of fake accounts. People trying to imitate a celebrity in hopes of, well, stealing funds from fans. Everyone is aware of the, fake Elon Musk bots, whereby the general scam is being pushed, whereby he says, look, if you send me 1 BTC, you will get 2 BTC back in return. That is such a scam. Now, we have it all easy by seeing it is a scam by reason, well, one, such schemes generally don't work and are nonsensical. Two, generally, if you start interacting with those accounts, you quickly notice that their speech, their grammar, and their language in general isn't really up to par, or doesn't even resemble the imitated personality at all. However, with chatbots such as ChatGPT, things become a little more tricky. ChatGPT is open AI. It means that its code is open source. You can buy software itself, and you can learn the ChatGPT to imitate a variety of persons. You can learn it to imitate, well, practically everyone who is active on social media. You only need to feed it data, data in the form of tweets, of videos where it can learn about its speech patterns, about its behavior, about its tonality, etc., etc. And after a few hours of simulation, you can see that it will do a close resemblance of, well, the to be imitated person's chat behavior. Now, in itself, it can sound innocent, but combine it with scams, things become a little more tricky. There exist plenty of social media platforms. Everyone knows the big ones: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Gap, and others. However, there exist also smaller social media networks. Smaller social media networks and even groups such as Telegram, WhatsApp, that's outside social media, but you catch my drift, um, whereby those bots can be unleashed, whereby through, well, our current analysis, we might say, okay, he's the real deal. By reason, I recognize speech patterns, I recognize its grammar, it's correct, and it adds up onto what the guy is saying. And myself, being a member of the gumroad community, I see it not being limited towards celebrities alone. I can see nefarious or a variety of people trying to imitate, well, lesser known people, lesser known models for their own gain. And with that, I do mean that they are letting, well, the bots analyze a variety of the models, take fake pictures, or even make copies of well-known pictures and run them through an AI bot to make, well, a variety of scenes which might be expected a model to be in, but wasn't really, so that you are creating a false account with a certain sense of legitimacy, whereby you are really crossing a very, very close border. And that's actually something quite dangerous. By reason, at this point, you are dealing with lesser known people, lesser known people who are being imitated and whose, well, main money making scheme relies on their social media presence. At that point, you have a variety of detractors steering away and actually using your own brand name badly, and that's something which needs to be watched out for. Um, Naturally, I'm currently talking in the sense of Cumrocket itself. Not that it is happening, however, I do see such things happening in the future. What can even be worse is a simulation of a variety of persons and signing up to such platforms. For example, there can be bad actors imitating well-known porn stars, um, make use of the chat GPT software, I'm going to say, use plenty of the images and special content, and through the use of AI can doctor them in such a way that they look authentic, but at the same time are actually fakes, and, well, cashing in money on the back of efforts of others. It's I'm trying to search for the correct English word here. Sorry, I'm a Dutchie by nature. Yeah, so generally being a very bad actor. So the imitation game with artificial intelligence is something to be wary about in the future. Naturally, what else can be said? Well, currently I'm being all too negative where it concerns artificial intelligence. Naturally, there are also good sides. Mainly is the creation of content which takes less effort. And on that account, I am talking a little bit from my professional 9 to 5, the creation of technical documents. My boss, for example, asks on a frequent basis if new products are being launched for technical details, for technical documents, on top of the work that I'm doing. Now, I can let artificial intelligence learn about projects or the products of which I need to write technical details, and I can let it write for me. The only thing I need to do is formatting and a double checking and a double crossing to see if everything's correct, which takes much less effort than writing the whole damn thing in the first place. So that's one of the advantages of artificial intelligence. This is an aspect that can be used within blockchain development companies for, well, writing white papers or writing technical documents to help inform the people. So instead of hiring plenty of people to write the documents, to design a variety of art, things can be done through artificial intelligence. Meaning, if you want to create a logo, you can start making use of even free AI programs to design the logo for you. You no longer need to really hire a freelancer, which is spending hours painstakingly trying to design a logo or some art which you can use for your own company and business, etc. No, now it can be done through artificial intelligence. You put in a few keywords, do a few variations, and instead of having to pay someone who's painstakingly using hours of his time, which you need to pay on an hourly basis, you can do it on quarter of an hour, half of an hour, with a free program, something to your liking. And if the logo becomes outdated after a few years, you can redo the same thing without investing all too much money. So that's practically one of the big advantages of artificial intelligence. It simplifies certain businesses. It simplifies, um, well, smaller aspects of your business that would otherwise cost hundreds of dollars and would otherwise cost you multiple hours of work. It can be done in a much shorter time frame. It is really creativity without effort. Now, further for blockchain development, the ChatGPT bot, for example, can be learned to help people with programming, to help write code. By reason, all it needs to be done is to have a version of the ChatGPT bot that has been learning a variety of programming languages. You can ask it to write, through simple queries, a variety of subsections, and it will do the coding for you. And you can compile it, put it into a file, have it run, and if there are errors, you can let it verify it for your place. So on that account, you have a backup intelligence correcting the code for and with you, while being quite authentic in its being. So that's something which helps quite a lot. Is there anything else here? Yeah, I had a little schedule that I've written down. I was hoping on a few more viewers and perhaps a few speakers, but seems not too many are willing to pick up on my invitation. So yeah, what I wrote down is ChatGPT blocking schools, okay or not? What about effort and learning? Well, naturally, artificial intelligence, and here I am generally speaking, can be a good thing. It can enrich a variety of businesses and it can simplify work which otherwise should be distributed towards other actors and people. But at the same time, we need to take into account what it can do on our learning processes. By reason, it simplifies our lives, it makes it more comfortable and easy, meaning that the real learning process through trial and error is slightly being negated. And that's and really here I'm talking about ChatGPT. There was an article recently, I believe it was from December, whereby a certain school said, look, we are going to ban the use of that AI bot on our school server so that our pupils cannot make use of it. Naturally, as soon as they go home, they can still make use of it for their homework. And in a sense, I understand this ban. I know quite a few proponents of artificial intelligence are saying, yeah, but why should you ban it and free technology, etc. We are talking about the learning process here. We are talking about creativity, the human aspect, the importance of learning, importance of learning through trial and error. And artificial intelligence, in a sense, can make us dumber. We are being reduced at that point towards a simple node needed to give input to the intelligence, basic input, and itself doing, well, all the heavy lifting. Naturally, natural creativity cannot be beaten, in my opinion. Um, well, that's a little bit of my talk, a little bit of my view. If you guys loved it, I'm going to keep this space open for a few more minutes if there are any questions remaining, or if someone wants to chime in here. But to me, this is my little talk that I've done on my space. I thank you all for listening, and well, up until the next space. Thank you.